Hello and welcome to the Walt Whitman Show, coming to you from Cork in Ireland, coming to you from my kitchen. You are very welcome. And wherever you're from, whatever country, whatever part of whatever country you're from, you're extremely welcome. And in fact, the more people from more different countries there are here, the happier I'll be. So this is Walt Whitman, and Florida is always welcome. Florida is always welcome, Tika, always welcome. The Walt Whitman Show, this is a photograph of Walt Whitman. Many of you will have seen this photograph before. Andrew, who is artorical, hello Andrew. Mike, Leo just joined. And Tika says something very nice. No, that's lovely to hear. American 19th century poet, put all his poems into one book called Leaves of Grass, brought out 8 or 9 editions while he was alive, and I'm going to read from the final edition. Gregor, you can't stay, but wonderful, but at least you popped in. I love it when people pop in. I mean, it's, we all know, we have busy lives. We can't be on every Periscope. We can't be even on the Periscopes we wanted to be on. Am I rested up? Oh, I was so tired last night. You're so true. Yes, Whitman Show happens every evening in Irish terms. Around this time every day. Although for some people it's morning. Like down in Sydney, it must be morning already. So Yasmin, oh excuse me, I have to go and get a cat. I'll be back in a second. Yep. Come on, Puma. You're driving everybody. Come on, Puma. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. In the kitchen. Come on. Yep. No, in the kitchen. Yeah, come on. In the kitchen. Come on. Come on. Come on. Push. Come on. Come on. Right, apologies. I got a call. Probably lost about 4/5 of the viewers, and but at least the top quality people are still here. Yes, I had to go off and get the cat from upstairs. Otherwise, the cat would be sleeping in the bedroom, and that is not allowed. Instead, we shall probably have a cat coming across the screen here. Simon King, good evening. Can I just explain that Simon is one of the wonderful talents on Periscope. Simon tells tales. He's a stunning reader and writer. So here we are. Now, he's fantastic, and he doesn't have half enough followers. I keep saying to myself, he should have about 10 times as many followers as he has, and then I think, well, actually no, small select group of followers can be even better than a whole load of people who don't actually ever connect with you. Excuse me, Puma. Excuse me, Puma. Excuse me. Right. There'll be people here who will be saying to themselves, will you please just get on with the poetry? We've had enough chat and cats and confusion and your ferrets loved typing. Fantastic. Rebecca, hello, welcome. You've got lovely followers, yeah. I tell you what, Simon, I'll sell you some of mine in return for some of yours, okay? Could we sell each other followers? If you have any good ones, I'll have them off you. Ollie is here. Good evening, Ollie. Okay, this evening we're going to start a new Walt Whitman poem. Now, by the way, if any of you here would like to ask any questions to the whole lot of us about poetry, Walt Whitman, anything you like, you know, questions like, are you drunk? Excuse me just a second before I answer you that question. I'm just having my daily drop of spirit to get going on to poetry. Right. Yes, I'm very drunk. Where was I? I was saying we have a new song tonight. We have Song of the Broad Axe. Song of the Broad Axe. Now, you wouldn't want me to reveal all my secrets if I told you that the only way I've ever been able to do this Walt Whitman show is under the influence of large amounts of alcohol, because I'm inherently shy. Would you believe me? So, Song of the Broad Axe by Walt Whitman. It's got 12 parts in this poem. Don't tell me Wingnut is here. Hello, hello. My great friend from California. Yes. Huntington Beach in California, where she owns a whole ocean. Yeah. Back from ballet dancing. Now, I've been given some very good advice. One of the bits of advice I've been given is that I should lift the phone up so that I'm on better eye level with you. So I hope this is more satisfying position. Song of the Broad Axe. I'm going to read the poem. Yeah, conversational. Yeah, definitely. You know, we spoke before about Walt Whitman being big into lists. This poem has got the. You'll catch the replay. Lovely. Too high, says Jackie. All right, okay. If you never got me live yet, hey, thank you very much for saying that. That's gives, it's really nice to know. Okay, here we go. I'm obsessive about detail. Hi, Susan. Okay, Song of the Broad Axe by Walt Whitman, especially for Boston. No, joking apart, I think I'm going to read two parts of the 12 parts. You missed me. Missed you where you have been. I'm talking to you from Cork in Ireland. So let's get a bit of Whitman into us. Song of the Broad Axe. Weapon shapely, naked one, head from the mother's bowels drawn, wooden flesh and metal bone, limp only one, and lip only one, grey-blue leaf by red heat grown, health produced from a little seed sown, resting the grass amid and upon, to be leaned and to lean on. Strong shapes and attributes of strong shapes, masculine trades, sights and sounds, long varied train of an emblem, dabs of music, fingers of the organist skipping staccato over the keys of the great organ. End of part 1. Part 2 of the poem Song of the Broad Axe. Welcome are all earth's lands, each for its kind. Welcome our lands of pine and oak. Welcome our lands of the lemon and fig. Welcome our lands of gold. Welcome our lands of wheat and maize. Welcome those of the grape. Welcome our lands of sugar and rice. Welcome the cotton lands. Welcome those of the white potato and sweet potato. Welcome our mountains, flats, sands, forests, prairies. Welcome the rich borders of rivers, tablelands, openings. Welcome the measureless grazing lands. Welcome the teeming soil of orchards, flax, honey, hemp. Welcome just as much the other more hard-faced lands, lands rich as lands of gold or wheat and fruit lands, lands of mines, lands of the manly and rugged ores, lands of coal, copper, lead, tin, zinc, lands of iron, lands of the make of the axe, lands of the make of the axe. End of part 2 of Song of the Broad Axe. So I'm going to pause there. Another song by Walt Whitman. And the cadence in part 1 is, I must say, not like any other piece of Whitman I can remember. I completely agree. Oh, Puma is my daughter's black cat. And, but yeah, so it's Puma Pedro Omani. He's really mine. The cat becomes mine at this time of the evening. Welcome our lands of sugar and rice. Welcome the cotton lands. There must be about 9 welcomes there. And I think it's great when you're setting out at the beginning of a poem, you're setting the scene. It's different if it's a really short poem, you have to more or less say everything at the same time. But on a longer poem like this, you have space to kind of get settled in, give people a chance to settle into the poem. So Whitman paints a bit of this, a bit of that, copper, mines, gold, contrasting them with the soft lands as well, grazing lands. Breathe in the words. That's a lovely way of putting it, isn't it? To breathe in the words. Yeah, take the words, into your body. You know, consume the body, get ready to consume the body of the poem. Yes. I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read what I just read to you again, so that we can just get the flavor of it, rather than read on more different stuff to you, because the next part of the poem is very long, and I think it deserves a whole show in its own right. But this is the beginning of Song of the Broad Axe. Weapon shapely, naked one, head from the mother's bowels drawn, wooded flesh and metal bone, limp only one and lip only one, grey-blue leaf by red heat grown, helve produced from a little seed sown, resting the grass amid and upon, to be leaned and to lean on. Strong shapes and attributes of strong shapes, masculine trades, sights and sounds, long varied train of an emblem, dabs of music, fingers of the organist skipping staccato over the keys of the great organ. Skipping staccato over the keys of the great organ. God, takes me back to my piano playing days. Staccato. Very, okay, part two of Song of the Broad Axe. Welcome are all earth's lands, each for its kind. Welcome our lands of pine and oak. Welcome our lands of the lemon and fig. Welcome our lands of gold. Welcome our lands of wheat and maize. Welcome those of the grape. Welcome our lands of sugar and rice. Welcome the cotton lands, welcome those of the white potato and sweet potato. Welcome our mountains, flats, sands, forests, prairies. Welcome the rich borders of rivers, tablelands, openings. Welcome the measureless grazing lands. Welcome the teeming soil of orchards, flax, honey, hemp. Welcome just as much the other, more hard-faced lands, lands rich as lands of gold or wheat and fruit lands, lands of mines, lands of the manly and rugged ores, lands of coal, copper, lead, tin, zinc, lands of iron, lands of the make of the axe. So this is Song of the Broad Axe, and the bit we've read tonight finishes lands of the make of the axe. They say you should never do anything, I've said this before, do anything with children or with animals on the stage. So how are we talking about Bach? We're on to Bach now, are we? Sounds like something the dwarves would sing in Lord of the Rings, really. Lands of mines, lands of the manly and rugged ores, lands of coal, copper, lead, zinc, lead, tin, zinc, lands of iron, lands of the make of the axe, yeah. Yeah, so he kind of gets you into the flavor of, America being, the earth, really. Pine, oak, lemon, fig. Lands of gold give you the impression it's almost lands of the colours of the trees. Don't come on to real gold later on. But wheat, maize, grape, sugar, rice. I mean, it's all forms of agriculture. And then we get further on, we get into the mining. So, I get the feeling that Whitman would have preferred the company of a miner to the company of a farmer. I could be wrong, just suddenly feel that he would have liked the company of people who were digging lumps of rock out of the soil. So, to those of you who have not heard Whitman read before, not heard any, it's the beard, it's all in the beard. The poet dwells behind the beard. Oh, definitely. He could never write a poem before he had a beard. There is a photograph of Whitman without a beard, but he wasn't writing poetry at the time. Yeah. So those, is there somebody here who's completely unfamiliar with Walt Whitman? Completely may never have really listened or read any Walt Whitman before in your life, and for whom this is all new. Is there? Maybe not, but I'm convinced there are some who are watching this. Wow, your dad used to recite James Whitcomb Riley, who I've heard of but whose work I don't know, to us. You're new to Whitman. Ah, welcome. Welcome. Like Samson, he got his strength from the hair. Oh, this is our poet from Denmark. Yes. Yeah, it's I can't get over. I have flicked through this poem looking ahead, and I just see a style in which just about, maybe for 8 or 9 lines at a time, the very first word in the line is the same. You had heard of Walt Whitman, never read any of his poems until now. Oh, we not do, run, but run carefully. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's wonderful, that you're still here, having heard Whitman for the first time on some show, and decided, well, this appeals to me. This, and I think it can't just be the poetry, it must be the company. I mean, they're all very nice people here, even if they are living a very rushed life sometimes. Straight in from ballet, just enough time to consume about 20 or 30 lines of poetry, and off she goes for the next bit of her life. Ah, look, this is lovely. Lovely of you. Well, I think it's rushing, everybody rushing. This is my time of the day when, I don't rush. I'm just looking at this huge bit of Whitman to come and saying to myself, damn it, why doesn't he have a shorter bit? Am I okay? I don't know, Susan, actually. I think I'm okay. I feel okay. I feel a bit tired, but wouldn't be very unusual. No, I feel